3 years ago, Corden Fidler was only 4 years old when he and his mother were ambushed by her estranged husband while waiting for the school bus. Shelly Splitgerber was killed and Gordon was shot and gravely injured.
But this story isn't about that horrifying act of violence or the senseless loss of life. It's about the team of doctors and nurses who pulled off the unthinkable, the family that never left his side, and a little boy who refused to give up. Our own Chris Rogers has this story.
Like most kids, Corden Fidler loves superheroes.
Spider-Man and Hulk and Captain America.
And if you watched him climb and slide on a playground outside McLean Children's Hospital, it's hard to imagine a few short years ago he was arriving at that same hospital for a very different reason.
He came in as a trauma, the highest level trauma that we have, which is called a 911.
Shot multiple times in an act of unspeakable violence, Corden's life hung in the balance.
Certainly been one of the most involved cases that I've had, where so many surgeons had to operate simultaneously in order to save his life.
Dr. Kaiser is a pediatric neurosurgeon. She was part of the team racing to keep Corden alive.
I personally have not taken care of a child this young with this many wounds. So he has to be the first, and I hope he is the last.
With the power of teamwork and the fight of a 4-year-old little boy, Corden survived.
Just a miracle. It shouldn't happen, honestly.
From the time he decided he was going to survive, he was a survivor and fought and had the amazing support of his family to do that.
Alive, but facing an uncertain future.
I stayed in his room for probably seemed like a month without leaving. It was a 1 step forward, 2 step back thing, you know.
Matt Fidler didn't know if he'd ever hear his little boy's voice again.
Sorry.
But this was no ordinary team of doctors, and this was no ordinary little boy.
No, part of the joy of taking care of kids is their resiliency. They don't know that they're supposed to be hurt. They don't know that they're not supposed to be able to ever speak again, or that they're not supposed to be able to walk again.
And when you go from not knowing, you know, if he's ever going to talk, or and the first thing he tells you is he loves you. That was I mean, that was a big deal for me.
3 years and countless procedures later.
I'm doing it.
I think I operated on him at least 20 times.
Corden continues to thrive.
He amazes me every day, because he gets up every morning and he's happy. And, you know, if, you know, at the time a 4-year-old can do it, then, you know, and he's 6 now, and, you know, he's amazing. He's truly amazing.
Not long ago, he reunited with the staff that saved his life.
It's inspiring. I think it just gives you that spark again, that this is what you worked so hard for. And if he can make it through all of this with a smile and that attitude, why can anybody else not?
Surrounded by the loved ones that never lost hope.
We're family.
A boy that loves Spider-Man and Captain America turns out has a lot more in common with his idols than he could ever imagine.
He's my superhero.
He is, I think, better than Spider-Man.
All right, he is to be celebrated, right?
I know.
Okay,
Oh
you know what that
gosh.
makes me think of? The movie It's a Wonderful Life. Had George Bailey died, all the people that didn't affect. He was only 4 years old when he went through all this.
Yeah.
Now think of all the people he's going to come into contact over the
know.
course of his life and how much ripple effect that's going to have.